Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the Tinmans Core channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tinman Taylor, and today I thought I'd get on here and tell you guys another story, and I kind of teased it a little when I did my current hat collection video, and it's the top hat and why I like them, and why I own this one. So, I don't have the photo with me right now to show you, but years ago, back when I was a little lad, Mom and Dad bought me one of those felt top hats that was shorter than this one, but it was made for party usage, and when I got older, over time, that thing just started to fall apart. Like you easily just pull on it, it just rips apart like it shreds. So I believe it was made out of cheap felt material. Because the party top hats that Halloween stores will carry now, it's made out of a more rigider felt material. Not as rigid as this, but gets the job done. And plus, some of them look a tad bit smaller than what I had. And after I threw that one away, I was like, man, I wish I had another one. I'm a huge fan of looking at people that wore top hats because to me, wearing a top hat just kind of make you look more like an authority type person. I mean, they kind of make you look taller, like Abraham Lincoln had one, and that made him look like a strong leader. And Willy Wonka from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory wore one. Because, hey, he's a chocolatier and he wanted to look fancy dressed, you know. But it makes him like he's the main boss, basically. Mad Hatter, another character that has a top hat. Well, he wore an overlarge one just to show that he's zany and mad. Sam, to show off his patriotism with the stars on his hat band. And, I mean, those are the only people that come across my mind that will wear top hats. I know some presidents for Lincoln and after him had top hats, but then later on it just started to become out of fashion. People used to wear these things to operas, but then later on it fell out of fashion. You still see people nowadays wearing them for like Halloween costume purposes, a nice masquerade ball, but other than that, not in use anymore. But anyway, like I mentioned in the video I was reviewing top hat, tried on a top hat over at Stages West when they had them, but now I noticed they don't carry top hats anymore. I don't think they do. Haven't been there in a while. But anyway, it was kind of pricey. My mom and dad didn't want to shell the cash out for that. So I just put it back on the shelf and walked out of there. But then the year after that, I said, I'm going to give me a top hat. So I saw Outback Leather hat, this one, and I asked my mom and dad was okay to go in there. We got in there when it was about ready to close, and I asked them, can I try this hat on? And they had one that fit my head. Now it feels kind of small, but since my head grew a tad bit larger, but it still fits if I press it down, but now it kind of looks weird on me. And of course, I wouldn't mind still wearing a top hat, but I'm rather get one that's custom fitted for my head instead of buying one off the rack. But if I come across one that was like a bigger size than this at a shop that sells hats, yeah, I'll grab it and buy it and kind of replace this one. But I'm still keeping this one. I ain't planning on selling it anytime soon because it's technically my first real top hat than the one I had before. I actually saw a guy, I'm not kidding, a guy was wearing a top hat at my graduation. Once we were leaving back into the school to get our diplomas and final report cards and stuff, I saw a guy that was like in the grass area, pictures, but he had like a top hat that was got a wider brim than mine, and the crown looked more flared a little bit. I said, I wonder where he got his from, but I didn't say nothing to him or anybody else about it because we were in a procession, so we had to go in order. I can't just walk out and just talk to him. I thought, hey, if he can wear it even during the summertime, I mean, I don't care what people say, but I'll rock one. I even wear it with my overcoat I got. So, I still like top hats, period. But I just wouldn't go for the over-the-top, goofy-looking ones. Like, if you see one that has, like, St. Patrick's Day stuff on it, or birthday cake with the candles, something that looks too clownish, I mean, I wouldn't pick it up because I would like to wear it out in the street in public, and I don't want people looking at me way more weirder than seeing a guy wearing a regular top hat would be, you know. But I was thinking if I went to an antique store and I found an antique silk top hat that was in my hat size, I'll definitely pick it up if it's for the right price, of course, because I ain't paying over $500 to $1,000 for a hat that I'll probably wear once in a lifetime. And it's not damaged. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more story time related content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tinmans Core channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tinman Taylor, and I said that's a wrap, and have a nice day to you all.